He's not in the meeting. They are from Lofa County, and they are not in this reconciliation meeting with the president. What's your take on that?
It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. These people are all watching and seeing what the president is doing. They will come. They will all prostrate before this president and say sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that was the voice. Mr. Honorable Minister, do you think Lofa County is highly has reconciled?
Certainly.
Certainly. I want to bring this to your
county is reconciled.
I want to bring this to your attention. There are 3 individuals, high-profile individuals from Lofa County. They are not in this meeting, and I will call their name. You have the Representative Yeke Koloba, that's 1. 2, you have the former protocol of former President George Weah, Nora Finabono is not in the meeting as well. You also have Jefferson Kweji. He's not in the meeting. They are from Lofa County, and they are not in this reconciliation meeting with the president. What's your take on that?
It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. These people are all watching and seeing what the president is doing. They will come. They will all prostrate before this president and say sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that was the voice. Mr. Honorable Minister, do you think Lofa County is highly has reconciled?
Certainly.
Certainly. I want to bring this to your
county is reconciled.
I want to bring this to your attention. There are 3 individuals, high-profile individuals from Lofa County. They are not in this meeting, and I will call their name. You have the Representative Yeke Koloba, that's 1. 2, you have the former protocol of former President George Weah, Nora Finabono is not in the meeting as well. You also have Jefferson Kweji. He's not in the meeting. They are from Lofa County, and they are not in this reconciliation meeting with the president. What's your take on that?
It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. These people are all watching and seeing what the president is doing. They will come. They will all prostrate before this president and say sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So that was the voice. Mr. Honorable Minister, do you think Lofa County is highly has reconciled?
Certainly.
Certainly. I want to bring this to you.
Yes, we do have radio stations here. This is the first Christian radio station. And I'm sure we have been predominantly a Christian community. We bless so many people because of our neighboring countries. We're trying to make this place a sub-regional outpost. And then speaking preparations to start the groundbreaking of the roads, railroad, all the way connected. So, Radio Church are the important radio station. And I want to thank you for the vision. And I thank God for the opportunity. God said, God, the life to visit here today. Again, we say thank you to the staff here, all those who are associated with, and we know that God will bless so much to this radio station.
Thank you so much, and as you know, the radio station here is the regional one from Guinea, Sierra Leone, and of course Nigeria. We have a special message for you from our people in Sierra Leone, and of course the dance is playing that message
Mr. Kevin, while we are preparing, Mark Kevin want to say a little word to His Excellency. So let me just give the chance while we are preparing the message for his speech.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Radio Amen.
Okay, so let me get
now when I'm at Tunjandu, living a cafe, you are. When I'm at a car to Tunjandu, we only was in a talk, and when we go to the people, living a cafe, you, living a cafe, you, Limatana, living a cafe, you, the Punga, living a cafe, you, living a cafe, you, living a cafe, you, living a cafe, similar here, I will make out. Yeah, even the woman, hello, Maka, Manila, Namaka, Manila, not Kisia, Nam, hello, live for an employer.
I'm very, very blessed. Hate me, Wallow, nature on number one, Sinan, no knowledge to Sunday.
okay, Mr. Kevin.
Cultural heritage and constitutional Japano, on a play, Lavande law, Ramara law, Yanyan, it's Nama, Shadila, the Foya, Lewa, Nabomanda, Nabundan, Laramra, you are living in a boat. I want to teach you. You will achieve it.
Ama marikatao lemme ni na mbele mundo la dola buku salium bu tangale lelo na to ayen mbe mara rangi mo uwedi wuto marikatao kale manano ko te wemen neni mbele ne mundo marika mariko insina ma ano ba ahera kwe yoba ahera ano para na pula kwe so in yema mi manu makolika bari kaka baba chejo to bonni kuna ndo kilo na no masiranda a legi nden to sa ti nden be asa ti asubalo bari kaka ole mo.
Okay, so Mr. Kirby, so we have a singer here to make the interview very short because the place is hot. Yes, the essence have to leave.
First of all, I'm Baptiste Blanco. C'est qui va ton nom, c'est à côté de ma gueule. No money, they're not even buying. That's the human being. That's in the 10 year around. No money buy. So we are our 10 times better. Money let Joseph Bagata. Joseph Bagata is better now. The country better. The rescue team and rescue on Nana.
But your
rescue on Nana.
Your sister saying that
she was I said Joseph Bagata is better now. He's wearing a rescue team. It's alright.
So that CDC and United Party right here.
Yes.
So how do you tell to spend the Christmas?
The Christmas is fine. Business going. Business going fine. We're selling the buying. Country is sweet.
So Christmas.
Enjoying the
Christmas Day. What do you tend to do on Christmas Day?
I think the poor fried rice of my children eat. All along, I'm going to cookie fried rice on Wiata. But let's use a bagata and cookie fried rice of my children Christmas Day don't eat.
Okay, say Merry Christmas to 3 persons.
I say Merry Christmas to my sweetheart. To tell you take Christmas. I say Merry Christmas to my friends and family. I'm Baptista. First of all, I'm Baptista Blanco. Safety red or no staff control the market. No money, they're not even buying. That's the human being. That's in the 10 year around. No money buy. So we are our 10 times better. Money let Joseph Bagata. Joseph Bagata is better now. The country better. The rescue team and rescue on Nana.
But your
rescue on Nana.
Your sister saying that
she was I said Joseph Bagata is better now. He's wearing a rescue team. It's alright.
So that CDC and United Party right here.
Yes.
So how do you tell to spend the Christmas?
The Christmas is fine. Business going. Business going fine. We're selling the buying. Country is sweet.
So Christmas.
Enjoying the
Christmas Day. What do you tend to do on Christmas Day?
I think the poor fried rice of my children eat. All along, I'm going to cookie fried rice on Wiata. But let's use a bagata and cookie fried rice of my children Christmas Day don't eat.
Okay, say Merry Christmas to 3 persons.
I say Merry Christmas to my sweetheart. To tell you take Christmas. I say Merry Christmas to my friends and family. I'm Baptista. First of all, I'm Baptista Blanco. Safety red or no staff control the market. No money, they're not even buying. That's the human being. That's in the 10 year around. No money buy. So we are our 10 times better. Money let Joseph Bagata. Joseph Bagata is better now. The country better. The rescue team and rescue on Nana.
But your
rescue on Nana.
Your sister saying that
she was I said Joseph Bagata is better now. He's wearing a rescue team. It's alright.
So that CDC and United Party right here.
Yes.
So how do you tell to spend the Christmas?
The Christmas is fine. Business going. Business going fine. We're selling the buying. Country is sweet.
So Christmas.
Enjoying the
Christmas Day. What do you tend to do on Christmas Day?
I think the poor fried rice of my children eat. All along, I'm going to cookie fried rice on Wiata. But let's use a bagata and cookie fried rice of my children Christmas Day don't eat.
Okay, say Merry Christmas to 3 persons.
I say Merry Christmas to my sweetheart. To tell you take Christmas. I say Merry Christmas to my friends and family. I'm Baptista. First of all, I'm Baptista Blanco. Safety red or no staff control the market. No money, they're not even buying. That's the human being. That's in the 10 year around. No money buy. So we are our 10 times better. Money let Joseph Bagata. Joseph Bagata is better now. The country better. The rescue team and rescue on Nana.
But your
rescue on Nana.
Your sister saying that
she was I said Joseph Bagata is better now. He's wearing a rescue team. It's alright.
So that CDC and United Party right here.
Yes.
So how do you tell to spend the Christmas?
The Christmas is fine. Business going. Business going fine. We're selling the buying. Country is sweet.
So Christmas.
Enjoying the
Christmas Day. What do you tend to do on Christmas Day?
I think the poor fried rice of my children eat. All along, I'm going to cookie fried rice on Wiata. But let's use a bagata and cookie fried rice of my children Christmas Day don't eat.
Okay, say Merry Christmas to 3 persons.
I say Merry Christmas to my sweetheart. To tell you take Christmas. I say Merry Christmas to my friends and family. I'm Baptista. First of all, I'm Baptista Blanco. Safety red or no staff control the market. No money, they're not even buying. That's the human being. That's in the 10 year around. No money buy. So we are our theater better. Money let Joseph Bagata. Joseph Bagata is better now. The country better. The rescue team is rescuing on Nana.
But your
The man rescue on Nana.
Your sister saying that
She
was better than Bagata.
One of you. I said, Joseph Bagata is better now. Who is running the rescue team is alright.
So that CDC and United Party right here.
Yes.
So how do you try to spend the Christmas?
The Christmas is fine. Business going. Business going fine. We selling the buying. Country is sweet.
So Christmas.
Enjoying the Christmas.
Christmas Day. What you intend to do on Christmas Day?
I think the poor fried rice for my children to eat. All along, I'm going to cook fried rice. But let's choose a bagata and cook fried rice for my children Christmas Day to eat.
Okay, say Merry Christmas to 3 persons.
I say Merry Christmas to my sweetheart. So tell you take Christmas. I say Merry Christmas to my friends and family.
Thank
you. In his 2 years of stewardship to the state, that he has improved the private sector. Today, there's no job in Liberia because there's a wider preferred giving job or opportunity to Firestone, Jetty, and multilateral cooperation that fund their businesses competing with foreign monopoly capital. Where we see our brothers that are in the private sector that refuse to go in government to be media and create meaningful jobs and have meaningful impact in our society, where the life of those young people, of those professional people that choose to get involved in private businesses is improved, that Nigerians can make home here.
Manda, Manda, everybody government, reckless government,
the maybe to recognize Chairman Duke, Chairman on into high school, the Revolutionary Banga Party, Chairman Duke, you have a salute. Maybe to recognize the Central Committee member of the Benjamin have a salute. But maybe again to recognize political card here, beginning with Committee Lasana, who is the treasurer of the political the 34th Central Committee for Committee the General Committee of the Revolutionary Banga Party. The 33rd Central Committee the General Committee of the Revolutionary Banga Party. But maybe also to recognize co-chair of governmental affairs in person of Comrade Arvin Kofa. Let me reduce the duration to the new Secretary General of the 33rd Central Committee of Political Committee and the General Committee. This is the man who spent powers more martyr, bring the regime Joseph Biden is bending men who control the pen industry of the Revolutionary Banga Party, men who is responsible to dot the R across the T to pay for the sale of the Revolutionary Unification Party. Now, I do law, Bishop O, all of progressive journalists and the mass of the elaborate people. We bring you greetings the chairman of the Swing Unification Party, and from the Central Committee and Politburo Concomitant and General Congress of the Vanguard Swing Unification Party. As tradition debate, we have been project with the historical responsibility to introduce the most powerful man on the campuses of the University of Liberia, the man who is the chief priest and custodian of the official communication for the God of Guru, the man who is squared with responsibility to provide the policy statement of the Vanguard Education Party. And before we introduce the chairman of the Swing Education Party, that will be providing and conveying the official position of the party today, let us recognize the members of the Politburo of the Vanguard Swing Education Party. And we recognize in abstention the standard bearer of the Swing Education Party, Comrade Jabali Vanel Kembe LSC, has a revolutionary salute. We want to recognize the treasurer in presence, Comrade Adilo Lasana Yaman. We recognize the financial secretary abstention of the Teletel Politburo of the Vanguard Swing Education Party, Comrade Adilo and distinguished leader Papa Vike. We want to recognize the presence of the co-chair for governmental affairs of the Swing Unification Party, Comrade Abin Kofa, who once served as American chair of the Swing Unification Party. We want to recognize in abstention the co-chair party affairs of the Vanguard Swing Unification Party, Comrade Angelo Patrick and Bosco, and we recognize the president, the Secretary General of Bishop Morgan. Who is about to provide the vision of the party. If I not even feel multiplication of issues affecting the students, affecting the mass of the Vanguard Education Party, as a new voice of the people, as a modern hope of the students and the mass of the people, we never said mutiny and observe our people suffer, and observe our farmers, our smallholder farmers be back by mayor and spear campaign and spear propaganda orchestrated by a jetty company that have contributed nothing to the country. Jetty's only contribution to Liberia is expired food, given the Zobos, while our people cannot get genuine jobs. The crisis in Liberia right now is the crisis of employment. The people are unemployed and the people are struggling. The people are struggling to establish private enterprises that will be exporting robots. The people have managed to organize their own friends, I mean Liberians, who have exhibited courage to organize their own enterprise in order to export robots and contribute to the nation. That in the coming years or years to come, we'll have their own robot company. But you have a jetty company that have orchestrated spear campaign against these companies and these their own enterprises in order to have favor from the government. And the Vanguard Education Party has detested a consistent campaign against our people, against the ability of our people to institute employment in this country. And the party will never say to allow jetty companies to privatize or to marginalize our people. The party is very clear. In his 2 years of stewardship to the state, that he has improved the private sector. Today, there's no job in Liberia because there's a wider preferred giving job or opportunity to Palestine, jetting, a multilateral corporation that fund their businesses competing with foreign monopoly capital. Where we see our brothers that are in the private sector.
Because they have the right to protest any day. And that's why we give them the right. You saw the last time when any facility when they're protesting. They even saw Joseph Waka there. You understand? People there, they were leading the charge of the protest. But today, when people protesting, they don't want to for what? But say, do not be afraid. In our land, we saw the personal park. We saw the April 14th. I just want to tell you, April 14th, I was in the street, you know, for April 14th. Movement will be removed. We're all there. We're all there. Simply because the government decision. So one day you have to speak. The police started out banning them stories. They saw rest in peace. And I hope the family will not take this against me. When they started harassing people, people walk on the street. From Nukuta all the way to the mansion. You don't want to repeat. But every government will be in the interest of the people. You know, if I wanted another April 14 or 1980, all the opposition will bring up he will never right to your opinion. You understand? Because you understand leadership, you understand partnership. You know that not every family that work together, you got a woman and the husband that has 6 children. They have children for the man and they have children for the man. But they don't get each other. When master says the Lord may take you around. You understand? That's how it's so in politics, and not everybody will be for X. You guys will go for Y. For you live in the same house. So we gotta be friendly. This is our country. But don't ever put in your mind. And somebody will come to you and say, check 1847, I had a only president, and build a whole lot of 100 days. It's a lie. And that's how what I learned to you. I learned 100 days. We told y'all, I said, I wanted to do the strip. From our beach from Morovia to reach all the way to Shasta. Because we can do that project, do you understand? Everybody making more money. Just as I said that we'll build our street around, everybody making more money, but see, look around, Liberia. The cleaning stuff that they are doing. Look at the bridge, Right there, the museum complex that the Chinese come to face now. It's something that will come together. You know what I'm saying? But those people believe that simply because they gave us something, so we'll get involved, we want to go politics. I was the president, I said, no. If they charge you for human rights, then discuss it. You cannot, Liberia will not come to the middle. Because Liberia is a partner to America, and Liberia is a partner to you. Thank you, President. Let me come. Why we talking, we suspend what we still want to do well for later on. And later on, we not that. So it's a secret. Nothing new. Nothing new. And they show anything new. They show anything new. Next election, we're going to vote and vote against it. Everything they do in the 5%, 90%, the 75% will left. All of them will go to the voting center, all of them will vote against us. I can somebody stay 12 years. In 12 years. And the same government by the state of 100 days, they will build all the roads from Sastan to Awake. Now, I'm not saying to you, those who put the most of the elements,
myself, today, I won't say use.
It happens to be the 29th day in the month of December. We got a couple of days to go to shut the year 2025. That we want to be grateful to the author and finisher of our faith, the Almighty God, that we are sending back the second chance this morning to have the breath of fresh air on this wonderful, wonderful day. For the sake of Painesville, we would like to welcome all of you to your breakfast info companion program, the morning ride. You've been around for a long time now, and we're certainly here again this wonderful, wonderful day. Following us on our YouTube channel, Cool Online Radio, Cool 91.9, Kid News, and all of these outlets bring you all of the major training events in Liberia at your offices, your doorsteps, your dining table, your supper, your lunch, what part of the world, or on your sick bay, at your business center, or whatever. We'd like to welcome all of you Liberians. Let us be united. There is unity in diversities, and while made, we must be religiously tolerant and politically tolerant. I'd like to welcome you, and it promises to be great this morning, stimulative, very thought-provocative as we discuss critical national issues as the year draws closer, and the Unity Party is gradually getting closer to her second year in the governance system of our country called Liberia. The former president made his own assessment and has spoken about the rescue mission in Liberia, giving it all of the caption. You'll be listening to that. We will talk about that, and you will, somebody who just joined the conversation, and this was said on yesterday at his Family Republican Church yesterday. But there are other things to talk about, and we'd like to welcome all of you to this edition. Wiggy Brooks, the Ambassador of is alongside T. Nicholas Barkley, controls the camera and sounds. And many thanks to all of you who always follow and join the conversation as usual. Let me say good morning to a religious follower and listener of this is Good morning to you, and good morning to all of you Liberians, both home and abroad and foreign residents. If your first time in Liberia, we'd like to say welcome. You're going to enjoy it. If you live in Liberia, it's a bon voyage. Hope you do it again. This is a country of hospitality. We are open to everybody. But I'd like to welcome you again this wonderful, wonderful morning. You know, the former president of Liberia, His Excellency Ambassador George Manawi, have been out of the country for some time on other duty with football and family matter. And he returned to the country quite recently. He said he had to do all he had to do to come back to the country and spend Christmas with his people. But he has given his own thought and assessment on the governance system by country, and have saying that this government has failed. They came to power on deception, lies, making the people to understand that his government, but then the coalition, including all the political parties, that they could not help this country. So there was a need to rescue the country because the country was failing, and poverty and other things were all over the place. So yesterday he had a chance to attend service. Since he came, he's been silent for some time. People have been asking why. He said that the former president is not speaking. But yesterday he spoke. He was flanked by a former finance minister, Samuel Twe, at the church. You know, most of the time, these are some of the issues when the former president is not around. The church is empty. Most time, when he's around, everybody want, you know, there are 7 business in this country. Even with people in government, they do these things. Some of them they left for here because President Walker was going to Lofa. Some of them got no business, no root there. Because the president is there, they want to be seen that the president, you follow the president. So we have seen these things over the period of time with a lot of our leaders in this country. And the former president threw a challenge that if the Unity Party can just show one project that she has started and have completed it, and can show what she has done, the people should not vote for her in 2029. It's an open challenge. The likes of Mo Ali, Noah Zhao Gibson, because you people are the ones who are blowing your horn every morning, every night, that you have done this, you have done that. They have thrown a challenge to you now. Because you fail to allow the independent mind to do all of the investigation and come to the public. You've been blowing your horn, you've been saying this, you've been saying that. On your own podcast, you say one, you say that one, and all of these things. So, former president, we have not picture all of you, place you in one box, and I'm saying, And he keeps saying this thing what he did for the former president. I mean, the current president, but then he was former vice president that he paid his own money while he was in opposition. And classify him as somebody who had already felt by then was living on handout or living on loan, but yet Liberian people still see reason to place this man as the president of Liberia, and you think that he can rescue. You spoke about something that we have said on the platform for some time. Is that look, people who kill your mother, father, destroy your lives are the people you elected. Now somebody will ask, which one of the governments sent after our civil war? Because normally when people are in opposition, let's do a fair analysis. When people are in opposition in Nigeria with the history that we know, they always castigate the warlords that normally we see that must be persecuted. But when they see the numerical strength in terms of the numbers, they silence those critical voices or all of what they have earlier stated and go for the votes. We saw that with the late Senator Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. After all of the talk, ran to him because he was senator of a vote-rich county and controlled a large portion of the population as well from Nima County. And at the end of the day, he became one of the folks to reckon with in terms of who becomes president. Our last three presidents, he had a very serious say into it, but this is a man that is well documented in executing a president and other folks, but never face persecution. All of what they say in opposition, the likes of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the likes of the former President George Weah, even our current president, people from the Unity Party spoke about these things, war crime code, all of these things. Today we still having the war and economic crime code, but we still waiting for our first persecution. Where do we begin? We still running around, but yet taxpayer money still going to these offices that we expect for some things to happen. So, and you heard him. He said because of hate, that's why this government is going after Samuel Tuer. Don't forget that Samuel Tuer is enjoying life. He's not poor man. So we know now that we got some very rich people in the country that our ex-leader can point out and admit to. But the ball being thrown to the Unity Party folks, the Unity Party intellectuals, the Unity Party folks who are bragging about all of what they are doing. So it is an open challenge that you catalog. And he said nobody should lie to you that from 1847 somebody can fix Liberia in 100 days. It's a lie. So, and there is this thing people even asking. And so one of the former president will be fair in analysis. And besides, there is this major concern. The former president has a radio and television stations. The former president has a resort where he normally go to relax, meet friends, where he can address critical national issues confronting the land. He said the Christmas that we know, he spoke on the Christmas. The jest and the Christmas that we all celebrated was never like before. It was poor. You could see it in the faces of the people. Civil servant cry and all of these things. That's he said it. But then people asked, should the church or the pulpit be used for these things when you got all of the other places where to address the kind of a critical national issues? Somebody will say, yeah, that's the main church. He decides where to say what he wants to say, yes. But if you just join in the conversation, this is the morning cry. So I hope some of you who did not listen yesterday can listen now. That all of what they initiated, all of what they built is what the current government is dedicating. And if so, why? But somebody also, some panelists will say, it even go to that a government, real government are continuity, oppositions are government in waiting. So if you initiated a project or these projects and they not complete it and the people they not re-elect you, somebody will say you should even be grateful that some of these projects or these projects were not abandoned for the current government to start to initiate her own project, but she knows she will have completed other projects because she said she will have done it. And now, but they are alleging, and we have read and listened that this government yet to show in a pretty close to 2 years, one project she started and have completed. So you see that. So they are the ones to make the clarity. They are the ones to address and point to some of these things and show that no, it was never the past government that initiated this. So listen to the former president again. You know, like Makori said, the people can be clapping sometimes when our leaders speaking on some of these issues. And sometimes issues
allow you to vote for this element. And that these are the people you see on radio and your government is Bupa, your government or big government. Nobody don't understand what they came from. When they came from the street, so when they came from refugee camp, we brought them, we came to understand that guy will be the best guy, vote for him. And these are the people that are on TV talking that of rubbish.
To help Joseph Barker who have heart problem, he pay his own money. So President Barker, this is before you, and we have heard this on so many occasions. And today, we listened to Cyril Carrasco the other day that in Bond County, he was the one who always took the envelope to you when the former president, then president, was sent to you, and you used to kneel down before him, though he did not show a picture. But that's what he said, and you be telling him, go tell my son thank you, and all of the praises you rain on him. But let's see it again.
Because they understand and leadership, and they understand partnership. You know that it's not every family that work together. You got a woman and the husband that has 6 children. These are the children not for the man, and the other children not for the bar. But they don't get each other. When the master says the other man says, "You will have to talk with you." You understand? That's how it's so in politics, and not everybody will be for X. That's support for Y. For you live in the same house. That's politics, you know. So we gotta be friendly. This is our country. But don't ever put in your mind, and somebody will come to you and say 1847, I the only person can build a whole land in 100 days. It's a lie. And that's how Buhari and land they are. I land in 100 days. They told y'all, I said I wanted to do the strip on our beach from Morocco to reach all the way to Saskan, because we can do that project. You understand? Everybody making more clear. Just as I said that we'll build our screen around, everybody making more clear, but you see today, look around Liberia. The cleaning stuff that they are calling. Look at the bridge. Right there. The municipal complex that the Chinese are coming to face now. It's something that will come together. You understand? But those people believe that simply because they gave us something, so we'll get involved with one of our politics. I was the president that said, no. If they charge you for human rights, let's discuss it. You cannot, Liberia will not come in the middle. Because Liberia is a partner to America, and Liberia is a partner to you. Then for your fighting, that will come. As somebody said, okay, but then while we're talking, we'll suspend what we still want to do for later on. And later on, we will not there. So it's a sin. Nothing new. Nothing new. If they show anything new, they show anything new. The next election, we're going to vote against it. If they don't show anything new, that everything they do in the 5%, the 90%, the 75% that will left, if they get anything new, all of y'all will go to the police station, all of you will vote against us. You understand? I can somebody stay 12 years, in 12 years, and the simple come back and say, oh, 100 days, they will build all the roads from Southdown to Poway to Now, I'm not saying to you, those who put the ball, most of the elements that are around today, that will not even a fool or something for themselves. Today, they use, I won't say use, we allow them to vote for this element. And these are the people you see on radio, and your government is Bupa, this government, or this government. They don't understand what they came from. When they came from the street, so when they came from refugee camp, we brought them, we give them the state guy, will be the best guy, vote for him. And these are the people that are on TV talking a lot of rubbish. They're going to take them themselves. They're going to take them themselves. Or don't let that or discourage you. CBC is a party for you, to the people. Because CBC brought or stepped down for you. Yeah, there was a revolution to change the people. That's what we're doing. There's no question again. People making mob, they make big mob. All of them go some people sleeping in our homes in America. There's people that can enjoy about in America. No, but I'm almost 2010. And you're going to talk politics, you're going to talk with the same way you're sleeping. Is that what they're doing? Is that what they're doing? But oh no, even the Guadalupe president, what I don't mean. In 1987, I was almost 19, going to 20, I've been my professor, right there in the bush, in the rear. So, they're talking to you about me. No, they are poor people, not me.
I walk into Liberia and have some of these things to play. But if these people carrying power, if they are not careful, they will have to fight other people. Who knows? Because the other people who feel suppressed might want to fight it, and they have to fight back as a government. So are we reaching to these places to hear some of these things? You heard from President talk about a generation that is messed up. And we say, ask him, what did you do with those 2-3 generations you inherited? And what is the current government doing? Because it's sometimes some of these things, it's not just because he finds himself in the opposition or he's ex-president that you don't listen and don't feel that some of these things are real, some of these things are critical, some of these things can be addressed. Or you just say, oh yeah, they're in our opposition and you guys stay right because they lost election, so they will keep talking these things. And the battle for 2029, bringing up all of these things, including the sitting government and a lot of officials currently in government, they have lost their focus on what the TOR got this to do, but rather it's just about 2029. You just count the years in between. You got a job on hand to be done. And you leave it and still worry and thinking about 2029. Because the work you do today is set you on the path for 2029. And the electrics will decide. And those in opposition, what you do in opposition is how the electrics will evaluate you and say, okay, we can trust this president. Even that being a president. Some of you who are lawmakers. Some of you today, you're from the United Party, you minister, you director. But because of your workings, people in the opposition will be watching you. And by the time probably they get to power, you will be retained or sent to another position. So it's not just working for a particular government, but work for the other people. People watching, people seeing. But the assessment done by the former president on this government, from all indications, shows that they have done nothing in the field. And they are still riding on the legacy of the CDC and yet to start their own. So 2029 is sure for them to come back. But if they can show, he tell them, nobody vote for me. If the Unity Party can point to something. See? Because I can tell you that a lot of things taking place in this government. They are employees of God. And I hope this will come to the president's attention. We are getting report. Some of the ministers and directors are going in cahoots with some of the loan companies in the name that they will give loan to employees of government. They go to some of the banks and whatever. You know, those who had in the institution, HR, they're all into these things. And at the end of the day, there are a lot of complaints becoming. Some of the folks reported that they, after paying their loans, their accounts still open, and some of the institutions that are giving loan are still deducting money from them. We try reaching out to some of them, and we stay on it because one of them that we mentioned. Some employee from government ministries, Ministry of Finance and other folks, employees, they are complaining and say this is not the first, this is not the second. You can't go take loan for a certain reason, and after paying the loan, and you still find the folks who loan and taking the money. And when these things are happening, you leave it on opposition or you leave it on the media. And when the time comes, because the first thing, the citizens believe, and they have repeatedly stated it, you came to power on falsehood, on propaganda. You failed, you yet to rescue. And this president, the former president, directly speaking to this president, that this president could not afford to even help himself. And how can a man that cannot help himself be a help to the country? So the Liberian people also feel themselves. And he told you Toy is now suffering.
Working in place of professionals over there, you tell him that you can build house or you can buy house. No. Right now you you see what the little boy at 25 years old. And that's what I was doing when I was young. The children that they send everywhere, they believe that they did country. All of them, some of them become wasted. And that's why when people children get successful here, they believe that they compare people here that they don't get successful. Like General said, and that they hate when they transfer to you and what somebody use it. Don't understand that. You don't understand. You don't understand the implication of what goes on. Understand that these people, they thought that when they leave this place, they're going to be successful. When they left, they're running back again. Running back. They're running back. Like I told you, I didn't want to come, but I want to come. partisans. Ils étaient partisans. They no, I don't have to call them. With everything they get in their possession, they still passing on the crime and asking for stuff.
Church, and giving is assessment or other thing as it relates to what's happening in the country. And the electorates, you've been caught up into this again. And most of the time we always say these things. The leaders will always shift the blame on you, and that's why we say the narratives must be changed. But it's difficult when you have a country where people in their numbers live below the poverty line, when vast majority of the people are enveloped into poverty. They're wondering and wallowing. What next? So you also have a share, according to the former president. You wanted to fix the country, you said no. And you turn it to the people who could not rescue themselves to rescue you. So, and you also warn the current government, if you don't like his friend and brother Samuel Tuer, he should leave. And he spoke relatively, he even talked about security. Every small thing, the government, the Barker will give instruction to put police in the street. He was not doing that. He gave the people freedom of speech. He allowed them, but some of you know exactly what took place during this regime. You know what's happening during this regime. But everybody got to paint his or her picture in a way because 2029 seems to be a more focus for opposition political parties, and because of that, it seems to be also taking the focus and attention by some folks in government. I hope President Brackay will also, because he has repeatedly stated that if it is about the next election, resign and go focus on the next election, saying your minister, your director, your superintendent, your mayor, and you don't want to focus on the work, and the only thing you want to do, you want to be representative or senator, preferably leave it and go there. But we have also heard folks from within the CDC who left that there is no way possible in their own wisdom, because they know exactly what to say, that the former president will ever come back. I've listened to Dr. Lester Tenney. We're listening to Solomon George. And a whole lot of them who have left the CDC associating with the United Party. Some of them say it's the vision of the president, and that's why, but they are not a full-fledged member of the United Party, but rather, like Honorable Thomas Fala is, he support the president agenda, the developmental agenda, but he's not a member of the Unity Party, but the president agenda seems to suit him and suit Liberia especially. They hail from the same county, so. But this is where we are. You come to think about it. You know, almost every morning or every day we listen to the same old message from the same politicians. What are you, former president, you former vice president? You hear almost just the same thing. Those same things that were said to bring them to power, they say while they are in opposition. And you notice that when they get to power, these things are repeated. And they see these things when they are out. But you will sit with these people and you hear the people cry and tell you how things are. They will explain to you about the economic condition of the country. They will tell you about the health problem, the education problem. They will tell you about roads. They will tell you about Liberian businesses that are struggling, and you hear all of these things. And have a blueprint and make them to understand, look, the only way we can solve these things, you get it at the hand of power. We will fix it for you. And the people believe. And when you get there, it becomes a different boy. All bound story change. And you start to hear something else. And this is where we are. Some of these same things were said before the CDC came to power. That they branded the former president, the former United Party at the time, the former president Eddie Johnson Saloon, 12 years as the worst, most corrupt. And Liberians wanted to see people face prosecution for economic crimes, for war crimes, because you see some of the victims are still walking with the scars. They still see these things. They see these people who committed serious mayhem on them, who robbed them of their future. They see them drive past them. They see them live lives with their kids that they will never dream of. And all they do, the pain will just repeat itself because after you thought that it was the best way of revenge in terms of electing people who have that political will no matter what, to say, look, people want answers for the actions they took yesterday. And you, in split second, you find these people in bed with these people, political bed. They want the votes. Even some of the folks that we will refer to as ex-general that people even saw opening, reportedly executing people, became NSA people, EPS people. They are protecting some of the high-profile officials in government. And these people stay around. The Unity Party talk about fighting the economic crimes, those who committed crimes will not go scot-free, and all of these things. We stay on it. Now, the media class government is also campaigning and going back to an old style, going back to the old message, and preaching it. While some folks in the Unity Party who sit in government raining praises on themselves, they have thrown a challenge to you people now. You show us, or you tell the world, you show the folks what you people have done in the 2 years. Yes. Because the former president is claiming that you dedicating things and they completed. You dedicating other projects. But you can't show one, you can't show your own. Listen to Senator Magay. That in July, the 2 schools that the president dedicated in Bong and Nima, they initiated this building. And a whole lot. They talk about the local building, the LPRC building, there that were recently dedicated, they would have won the game. And there are a whole lot of things they are pointing and claiming to. The roads, the RIA road, the lights. They said they all had those things in the pipeline. But this is where we find ourselves. Who's telling the truth? Who's telling white? But there are some who believe that the system must change and folks should be able to govern well. We should thank God for the safe return to Maserati of the president, Dr. Joseph Yuma Parker, safe return of the former president, Dr. George Weah, to Liberia after being away for some time on other duties, back home, and to all of you who had a chance to see the Christmas. We hoping and pray that we see 2026 together and make it better, and we can strengthen our democracy and be tolerant and not accept and have the focus and widen the economy, that everybody get involved, that people feel the impact and not just the colorful speeches, because we have listened to speeches from the days of Charles Taylor to this time. The economy is good, the economy is this, the economy. Look, when the economy is good, you don't have the call press conference. Press conferences will not be called, the people will feed it. So, this is Liberia. And this is the country that we're in. Yeah, I'd like to see this view in the church. You see Senator and former President Joey Addison.
For middlemen man, today they have a splinter. And they will show anything new. That everything they do in the 5%, the 90%, the 75% that will left. And they get anything new. All of you are welcome to the police center. All of you vote against us. You understand? I can say when they stay 12 years. In 12 years, and the people come back and say they were 100 days, they will build all the roads from Southdown to Cowardly Now, I'm not saying to you, those who put up most of the elements that are around today, that will not even a fool or something for themselves. Today, they use, I won't say use, we allow them to vote for these elements. And these are the people you see on radio, and your government is Bupa, your government, or your government. Nobody don't understand what they came from. When they came from the street, so when they came from refugee camp, we brought them, we give the understanding guy, will be the best guy, vote for him. And these are the people that are on TV talking a lot of rubbish. Discourage you. CDC is a party for you to the people. Because CDC brought herself down to you. Yeah, there was a revolution to change Liberia. But that's what we're doing. There's no question again. People making mob, they make big mouth. All of the governments, some people slept in our homes in America. They say we are countries old, and enjoy about in America. No, but our husband, 2010, he come to talk politics, come to talk with the same way he's selling. Is that what they're doing? Is that what they're doing? But I don't know. Even the Waka president, Waka told me. In 1987, I was almost 19, going to 20, I've been on first, right there in the bush, in the rear. So, they're talking to you and for me. No, they are poor people, not me. You can build a house. You know what I'm saying? At 25 years, at my age, at 25 years, is working for, you working in prison or professional all over there, you telling that you can build a house or you can buy a house. No. Right now you see what the little boy did at 25 years old. And that's what I was doing when I was young. The children and the son, everywhere, they believe that when they country, all of them, some of them become wasted. And that's why when people children get successful here, they believe that they country people here and they don't be successful. Like General said, and then they hate when they transfer to y'all, and what's the way you say? Why don't you stop there? You don't understand. You don't understand the implication of what goes on. Understand that these people, they thought that when they leave this place, they're going to be successful. When they left, they're running back again. Running back. They're running back. Like I told you, I didn't want to come, but I wanted to come.
You know, just I think, yeah, and I don't know what the former president will want to decide. I mean, the current president will want to decide to give the former president money back. Yeah, because I don't know why he actually did to the former president that every time he speaks, we mention of the good that he did for him, and will always be in the church. Because I listened to Helen Costa sometime back. He said he raised the money, but he gave the money to the papa. He said, "Papa, give the money." He said he raised the money to give the money to the former president. He gave him money back. Let him start talking about it. But this is where we find ourselves.
You know, what I would say to Liberians is that, Ambassador, our country need to educate the citizen.
Sure.
Because the way from a manner in which things are going, if it continues like 2 decades, and I continue to say this, and I've seen this through the eyes of faith, I'm now a prophet. Strange people will take over this land again. Strange people. Because our mentality, our expectations for government. You hear, when comes the power, the one will vilify the government, the person who's there, when the government leave, comes to vilify, they come back, and it just has been a continual process. Let me tell you something. This is about the Liberian people. Why are they wanting now to judge 2 years with 6 years? You are saying, former president, we are dead this in 6 years. Why can't we let the man say the finish, then you say let's compare the two? Why is that?
And the simple thing somebody will tell you when they call, it's just simple, that the other people did it. Like you said, we keep putting the young kids, like the former president said.
Yeah, when
messed up.
Yeah, when they show him, he will not vote. You see that?
Is that the basis of
you see? You see how he has placed himself down, that a project has shown, that means he will not vote.
Because that's how the leaders place them. Make them to understand this is the way you think. To us, they did it to the people. So because even if we're not correcting the thing, but we're walking in the same footsteps. The former president spoke about the issue how walking to this country. Then he said if the government are careful, they will fight the people. Because probably the people will go when the government go after the people, then the people say one come after government, and it might lead to something else.
You know what?
They are asked. And let me be honest. I hope people will understand. Like I said, the former president, he has all of the opportunities. Like for instance, he's a media executive as well. He has a radio station and a TV station. He has somewhere to relax. The Jamaica resort, a nice area. I mean, this is a major address to the country. Should we always use the pulpit, the church?
Church. And
you find the people sitting there, they will be clapping. But when he's not around, the church is very empty. Maybe he know about that. Me having fun. Those people are sycophants. They want to go to the church because you go in there.
When you're there, everyone goes to the church.
By the time they hear that you in time, everybody will run to the church. You serving God or you serving former President George Weah? In an absent, what was the last time Samuel went to church? When last time he went to that church? Somebody will be asking yourself.
Even some of those that were in service, when the last time they went there?
That one we talk about that brought built on Christian principle.
No, that one, I get a first serious argument with Liberians. I want to do it.
You won't serve God, you serve God. You won't go to church, you know with this man around.
And Ambassador, I heard it earlier on, I'm not going to blow any horn because I'm hearing from them that when they say it, nobody else. And I think that I think the Ministry of Information should be able to respond. And all those who are starting all this government, because we put it to them, that they may ask them. Every day on radio, they on podcast, they on this, let them show the project they're doing.
Nobody throw the challenge to them.
Let's go to them.
Because we've been saying this thing.
Because they make a lot of big mother.
You people show the people now. That is before you people.
The 10 million so-called project in Foya, when you ask about it, you tell the enemy. Nobody will ask about that. And they say that even the ministry finish saying this, let them come and respond to President Weah. I'm a former President Weah. Let them come and respond. Or let the president come. Or will hear again, they will respond. The president will come and say, we'll be delivering our own. What we going?
But what else? That's the style of politics.
Yeah.
You will find people on the social media writing. And with contracting and contradictory information. They will report something there and we hope that will not go take picture like what Carrasco did during the regime of former president. And George when went to Kinshasa, he talked to people who wrote picture and posted it and they wrote in former they had to apologize. It went all on BBC. And you're trying to educate the people.
Because they're making themselves to look that they have done more than anything any president has done in this country, any government has done. Let them come and show these things.
No, I think we need to end that word.
Yeah.
For the first time in the history of that word, I think that word
is
a cliche and too repetitive. The CZ used that word 6 years. You know, everybody in the 2 years.
They go in the same way.
They keep using the same words.
And I think they're putting the president in a box that will be so much difficult for him to get out. Because in the mind of the president is saying, let's serve the people of this country, let's work for them. But the other folks of unity partisans out there who are in the government, they say something no.
65% of those who sit currently in government position, their focus is 2029 because
they
want to see themselves as representative or senator. They are both of the guys who today who are ministers, and other men and women who are ministers and directors, supervisors and mayors. By the way, they are going to the towns and villages initiating projects because they got the intent of contesting.
So what a project the sequence go to
them? Some of them have forgotten totally the TORs for what they were elected. That is a function before you. Good morning.
Good morning, the two sheriff.
Good morning, Mr. Dawson.
Yeah. Thank you. Look, I'm not far or you bro. Just that something just now. I want to do it. They develop what the CDC does. Let it list everything. That was clear. Because when I saw what CDC development, I was there. They built hospital in Bangkok, Western, West. So that the one hospital will be done more. Then you know, the former president said it was not the approach. They let say, somebody they wrote a tweet that we did it at that it would mean on 75%. That I cannot see what say. 75%.
Yeah, because
so if you knew that, why he ended? Why you know why ended?
The former president greater, he said 80 to 85% when he brought this country. But the last time around he graded Madam Sadi 80%. So then why we stay behind like that? If Madam Sadi did 80% and you did 80 to 85%, then why we stay like that?
Why you have to take plea to go to your hometown and work campaign? Everyone does that for the record state. Thank you.
Be careful, man.
I know what would right.
I mean, we're not far from war in the place. Oh. They see things that happen at war. They see how they just doing.
You know, I don't know whether the church now is political what people use now to back.
The former president will go to church will not read one power to say that my scripture are basing my preaching on, but you get to politics.
I don't really know whether the church, the Christian council are observing these things. Because in the country, the president has a church, but the church now tends to political ground. Wherever you want to even give for free languages on the pulpit, they do that. And secondly, again, I really want to know if Mr. Obiang come to Liberia before Liberia existed, because if they protest, he met clearly a professional time before he came, but he claimed that everything that is in the country is his project. So I don't know whether he existed or he came before the country existed. So all those things, they are things we need not to go to travel. Only is continuously, even that we were in Ghana, people can't vote, but here in the state like that problem just there. Thank you, man.
And you know, the former president said something, and I hope this will claim the attention of the government, because this is grief. He said he drove. He went to the visible park. You see how everything gets damaged because probably he the one constructed it during his regime, and this government, they don't want to see it being managed properly because he attached to it. And if so, what he's claiming actually true, they gotta put stop to that. Because you got kids going over there to play, and somebody mental that and then when start to get rusted, they might cut them. Then he talked about the PHP park as well. That they have security there, but this time nobody there, even to the extent. And what he said is grieved that 2-year-old children are all going in the sea. Who does that? Who carry the children and let 2-year-old child to go walk and go to the sea? Yeah, because probably he might see of almost like the similar thing that the people did to get government. Also, he got to start picking them in the form and manner like this area, so they can survive. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky.
Yes.
And good morning, how are you doing this morning?
Please go ahead.
Yeah, the person is talking about his project. We know the project that he completed. We know the project, like the one on our street. Know about the one after seminary, the church, and the first project that he should be talking about. You should understand that start something, you should be able to success. When you do all our work is not by you to completion, when which day you are not the person. You cannot leave something more and expect it to.
Yeah, then you still claim that you are the one who did it.
The same Corona again as a project. Because Corona now is project, right? So we don't need for taking project that anything comes that is project.
No, but that's the style of politics we have seen from our leaders, that they attach themselves to things that donor will help them fund or taxpayer money. But you know, we're not talking about a particular, you know, I mean, it should be a success for any regime that will initiate or somebody come and complete, or you complete a project, you started all of these things.
But Pastor Lafra doesn't end, Sabbath doesn't begin when you are no more when you came.
These guys don't know what is called government. They don't understand it. Because if they understand the regime, what the regime is, what the country to continue with what is left unknown. They should continue with it. That's the only power.
Okay, thank you. And one thing I noticed that all of them can boast about, and they need to talk about it, because when they talk about the project, they talk about it, they don't boast about the kind of debt they can leave there.
Yeah. They don't boast about.
Tell us something, you know what?
The problem never solved.
Yeah. Because somebody need loans here to construct road, to build hospital, build this thing. You left it on the poor people to pay.
And it's so deceptive that those people who supported you through loans and grant, you don't acknowledge them on a serious note. Listen, we have said to you that no president will come and will tell me that they never even put one bricks or they never did something for this country.
It's not possible.
It's not possible. But listen, with all of the roads that were constructed during the former president days, the southeast were not accessible.
And like own people saying it now.
You see that?
Lights are open on, like people who support it and say, but
it becomes a collective effort.
It much easier, you know, it's no longer time consuming, but you know, and you can get to the places. But on the overall, all the government that will come to power will do something.
They will lead project.
But I think the style of politics is the one that keep keeping us back and dividing the people, because we keep making the people to understand, because of the relationship and property, that this person is not doing anything, and you don't give them the chance to assess. When they believe in, we take advantage when people believe in us, when people love us. So when you say, almost like become Lord and gospel, people don't want to authenticate what you say, whether these things are true or not. And he said, if you don't like someone to you must be lead a man. You know, and in the midst of people who were clapping, poverty-stricken people, the former president bragged about some people not suffering.
They're happy.
But you know, so now we don't cancel it. So now we speak and one person, our friends, we put it in harm's way.
Yeah. But that the man who, when he's called to account, they're having issues. You see that?
And he said, people who kill, they got elected and they got position. You know, I don't know why, and Liberian elected, I don't know why they're not cheating. Because he even accused the elected.
But they're clapping.
Yeah.
So that place, that's some intellectual forum, not church. Yeah, maybe they see them in that form, and when they go in the dress cool, that all. But it's not different from CO. It ain't different from the Muhammad Gandhi Intellectual Forum. It's not different. It's not different from Kukatono. That's just the same thing. Because the things that are discussed there and say go to church, they're not here. On a serious note.
So you never party that?
No, the me I like it. Yeah, go to them. Go send it to them. We try to put them on guard, helping them. You know, when they say, oh no, let us show.
You know why I love who said it? That part. Because this is Liberia, immediate past president who signed most of these things. So he knows what he's talking, and he knows when you sit at the presidency, those things that you affix your signature to for the project or the country. So it is incumbent upon this government now to come and clear the air, or else you people will be seen as people who are just sitting there and just want to take the glory or legacy of people who fought to build the legacy. There are times where we're also talking about a couple of days.
No money, they're not even buying. That's the human being. That's anything around. No money buying. So we are our theater better. Money let Joseph Bagata. Joseph Bagata is better now. The country better. The rescue team is rescuing on Nana.
But your
sister rescue on Nana.
Your sister saying that she's better was
I said Joseph Bagata is better now. He's wearing a rescue team. It's alright.
So that CDC and United Party right here.
Yes.
So how do you try to spend the Christmas?
The Christmas is fine. Business going. Business going fine. We selling the buying. Country is sweet.
So Christmas.
Enjoying the Christmas.
Christmas Day. What you intend to do on Christmas Day?
I think the go fried rice for my children to eat. All along I make cooking fried rice. We are but let's use a cooking fried rice for my children Christmas Day to eat.
Okay, say Merry Christmas to 3 persons.
I say Merry Christmas to my sweetheart. To tell you take Christmas. I say Merry Christmas to my friends and family.
Thank you.
First of all, I'm practitioner blanco. Safety red no staff for the market. No money, they're not even buying. That's the human being. That's anything around. No money buying. So we are our theater better. Money let Joseph Bagata. Joseph Bagata is better now. The country better. The rescue team is rescuing on Nana.
But your
rescue on Nana.
Your sister saying that she's better was
I said Joseph Bagata is better now. He's wearing a rescue team. It's alright.
So that CDC and United Party right here.
Yes.
So how do you try to spend the Christmas?
The Christmas is fine. Business going. Business going fine. We selling the buying. Country is sweet.
So Christmas.
Enjoying the Christmas.
Christmas Day. What you intend to do on Christmas Day?
I think the go fried rice for my children to eat. All along I make cooking fried rice. We are but let's use a bagata cooking fried rice for my children Christmas Day to eat.
Okay, say Merry Christmas to 3 persons.
I say Merry Christmas to my sweetheart. To tell you take Christmas. I say Merry Christmas to my friends and family.
Thank you.
I'm practitioner. First of all, I'm practitioner blanco. Safety red no staff for the market. No money, they're not even buying. That's the human being. That's anything around. No money buying. So we are our theater better. Money let Joseph Bagata. Joseph Bagata is better now. The country better. The rescue team is rescuing on Nana.
But your
rescue on Nana.
Your sister saying that she's better was
I said Joseph Bagata is better now. He's wearing a rescue team. It's alright.
So that CDC and United Party right here.
Yes.
So how do you try to spend the Christmas?
The Christmas is fine. Business going. Business going fine. We selling the buying. Country is sweet.
So Christmas.
Enjoying the Christmas.
Christmas Day. What you intend to do on Christmas Day?
I think the go fried rice for my children to eat. All along I make cooking fried rice. We are but let's use a bagata cooking fried rice for my children Christmas Day to eat.
Okay, say Merry Christmas to 3 persons.
I say Merry Christmas to my sweetheart. To tell you take Christmas. I say Merry Christmas to my friends and family.
Thank you.
I'm practitioner. First of all, I'm practitioner blanco. Safety red no staff for the market. No money, they're not even buy that thing they even be that thing is turning around, no money buy. So we are our 10 times better. Money let Joseph Bagata. Joseph Bagata is better now, the country better, the rescue team and rescue on Nana.
But your
the man rescue on Nana.
Your sister saying that she was better than
I said, Joseph Bagata is better now. Who is wearing a rescue team? It's alright.
So that CDC and United Party right here.
Yes.
So how do you try to spend the Christmas?
The Christmas is fine. Business going. Business going fine. We selling the buying. Country is sweet.
So Christmas.
Enjoying the
Christmas Day. What you tend to do on Christmas Day?
I think the poor fried rice of my children eat. All along I make cookie fried rice. We are that. But let's use a bagata cookie fried rice. My children Christmas they don't eat.
Okay, say Merry Christmas to 3 persons.
I say Merry Christmas to my sweetheart. So tell you take Christmas. I say Merry Christmas to my friends and family.
Thank you.
First of all, I'm practitioner blanco. Safety rat no staff for the market. No money, they're not even buying. That thing they even be that thing is turning around, no money buy. So we are our 10 times better. Money let Joseph Bagata. Joseph Bagata is better now, the country better, the rescue team and rescue on Nana.
But your
the man rescue on Nana.
Your sister saying that she was better than
view. I said, Joseph Bagata is better now. Who is wearing a rescue team? It's alright.
So that CDC and United Party right here.
Yes.
So how do you try to spend the Christmas?
The Christmas is fine. Business going fine. We selling the buying. Country is sweet.
So Christmas.
Enjoying the
Christmas Day. What you tend to do on Christmas Day?
I think the poor fried rice of my children eat. All along I make cookie fried rice. We are that. But let's use a bagata cookie fried rice. My children Christmas they don't eat.
Okay, say Merry Christmas to 3 persons.
I say Merry Christmas to my sweetheart. So tell you take Christmas. I say Merry Christmas to my friends and family.
Thank you.
I'm practitioner. First of all, I'm practitioner blanco. Safety rat no staff for the market. No money, they're not even buying. That thing they even be that thing is turning around, no money buy. So we are our 10 times better. Money let Joseph Bagata. Joseph Bagata is better now, the country better, the rescue team and rescue on Nana.
But
the man rescue on Nana.
Your sister saying that she was better than
I said, Joseph Bagata is better now. Who is wearing a rescue team? It's alright.
So that CDC and United Party right here.
Yes.
So how do you try to spend the Christmas?
The Christmas is fine. Business going fine. We selling the buying. Country is sweet.
So Christmas.
Enjoying the
Christmas Day. What you tend to do on Christmas Day?
I think the poor fried rice of my children eat. All along I make cookie fried rice. We are that. But let's use a bagata cookie fried rice. My children Christmas they don't eat.
Okay, say Merry Christmas to 3 persons.
I say Merry Christmas to my sweetheart. So tell you take Christmas. I say Merry Christmas to my friends and family.
Thank you.
For being part of the conversation. You see? But folks, it is now to the feet of the United Party.
Yeah, you know.
The challenge being thrown
they
to
get
you.
taught. They got a lot of strategies.
So show your strength and point to those things that under this United Party-led government and other for alliances that you have done. As far as the immediate past government or president is concerned, all of what you dedicated, all of what you own, those things were all initiated by him. By his government.
On the other hand,
and on the other hand,
let it go sit down, man.
should we also say that the current government should have abandoned the projects, uncompleted projects that they met? Then what would have been said again about them?
Yeah. But why would have been said about government?
No.
That when you come, you leave projects that were already initiated, you abandon them. Look, on the other hand, let will sit down. Sound and logical people cannot take 6 years and match it with 2 years.
Yes.
Go sit down.
But the OI bridge that you saw quite recently that they dedicated, did the groundbreaking. You know that the former president cleaned it. But during the groundbreaking ceremony, the Chinese ambassador credited former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. That was something long.
But former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and he failed to do that.
But you know some of the projects I will see undertaking, if you remember, the youngest minister of state with all portfolio, Dr. Clarence Monumba.
Yeah,
on his
sure.
And he gave all of the record, the road, some of the
even the road from ERA Junction to Red Light.
Yeah.
He said he was the one behind the project to initiate the contract, everything, the funding to settle down, everything. He did it.
But you know what?
But the former past government said they didn't want.
But this is the tendency for government. And I don't think lies and deception should be the order of the day. Whatever government goes. You got to be honest with the people. Everybody just want to claim.
Yeah.
Nobody want to credit. So, we'll be on the 20 years, people will still be telling the other party that my party that who the one started it.
But when they say the unemployment, nobody want to associate with it. When they talk about less further young people, the influence of that, nobody want to associate themselves with it. When they say the high cost of living, nobody want to say they didn't want to make it happen.
Yeah.
How you tell a 2-year-old child and tell somebody who sits there and say they want to compare each other? What's that? They don't want to talk, they don't want to write, they say they want to compare two of them.
Okay, folks, thank you this morning for,
what's the fear?
The very first segment. We got a lot of things to talk about. And this is what we're going to talk about. And I'll see if care is not taken, but by our politics in diversity not to be growing, and we tend to overlook it. Political party got to change some things in the country. Yeah. Yesterday, and I read it and I followed some folks who were commenting. And this is key. That's how most of the time we tear institutions or we tear political parties down. Because at times we are not innovative, we are not creative, we don't look for the talents. The CDC yesterday released a statement. Planning for June 24th to the 28th. The U.S. CDC is having a convention where they will be electing new code of officers and uniting the people across the United States about the party preparing for 2029 and all of these things. There are a lot of folks that were listed to stir the effects of the convention to be very successful. But it will surprise you to know, I don't know who did it, that Chairman McGee is the chairman for that convention. And Jefferson Koji is the secretary. Now, even some of the folks from the CDC started to ask, how can you have two persons that are essential cannot go to America, they are having convention in America, so that they start to control you from? I mean, what is happening? You laughing? I don't know this one.
You know, recently was McGill who was championing the CDC program in the Bon County.
The Bon County.
The very day the party was doing their.
Then you got the chairman, the current chairman of the party, Jangako, Anthony Jangako, who has the right to go to America. That alone can thwart the entire plane. Yeah, and you got people who are in America, somebody in there, the chairman, they feel that they can stir the affair right there, or they feel that folks can leave from here to go there to stir the affair. Sure. You place two persons that, even if you put their in car to pass, right now, but you passing in front of them, you pass over there in front of the US embassy, they might make it except by jumping through the window.
They won't be around as that.
No, you carry the tenant order, you might most likely get in prime because those guys will jump through the vehicle's window. Then you place them on the you're killing the young talent, you're killing people who got the tenacity and the ability to stir the affairs of the party. And that's what somebody said, and people vote for them, they bullet them, and the political parties, you start seeing political leaders beyond certain time. What Kanye said is, he said, we need to see CDC beyond George Weah. Oh, everybody went for him, Dele driven. Seeking for a job. You want a work. You want a work. Just now somebody tell you that the President Baka is not the right person to lead a party in 2029. Somebody, only because somebody is expressing a serious opinion or view. Somebody in the United Party will state that you've been used by opposition. We destroy institutions. You know what you're doing to the people? You might even kill that entire intent in the United States because the people know. So they should say, yeah, what the other people want and control the affair, steer the affair.
Yeah.
They cook it and send it, the people go eat, and they can't go there. Because the supposed to be on the free.
They should be there.
So somebody wrote and started laughing and said, there is that boy around it. They go to the embassy and go test why the decision real. I said, it can't come out.
That time you will provoke the entire process, eh?
And the listening, you can see the chairman, Jangako, and Len Eugene Nangbe. You know, political institutions are refusing to grow. Almost all the political parties that since almost I don't know how many years been established in Bangladesh, you don't see the standard bearer teaching. Then we think we're growing, our politics developing. Let's be honest with the thing.
Sure.
Just like one person is so yeah that the man guy has business, that the man guy is school, that the woman guy has business. Yes. So proprietorship, you won't be there for life, be there for life. But you can't call people when you people sharing the same ideology, and you bring this one, I bring this one, and you just perpetually stay in the position and think you make it your own. And that's why we said before, and this is some of you will realize it. The failure to pay dues to party. That's the reason you will not question when your party making decision. Because you just there. Whatever the post say, you follow. You cannot question. You know decisions.
Yeah. You just please say in that position, and then the person say you agree. Even when it's wrong, you have nothing to say about that. It's wrong in our politics.
2 of your party executives are on a session. And you're talking about America, your party things that are there to unite them, to make sure that these people, you want to have a better convention, and you take the people who should be steering the affair because they're there, or you taking somebody from here so they can go. You want somebody to steer the affair of the party in America, but they're here. They're here. People who are in your government, why on essential name, why you did not, you allowed them to resign, I mean, before they resign. Why you did not, let me friend them, why you did not say you'll be in a position, saying that your position, we don't run the country for America. That was simple. We don't run the country for America. The charges or crime they get against you people, we don't think it was committed yet, so they got to prove it. But everything that the people wrote, they were committed here. That's the reason why, but you can't bring the put into, you can't bring them. You got people with sanction, they say that the only best people to make them representative. When things can go right for them, then they start to look for people to shift the blame on. You get a party that you're preparing for 2029. America, that's not no small place. You want to put your people together. You want to have a convention to elect new leadership. You put these people on the committee to chair the committee. That will just be here giving telephone instruction. And time for the convention, they can't go there. The people can go to welcome the chairman on the convention and the secretary general. They back home probably watching it on their phones. And within the party, you got people who are prominent, very astute, that can still stir their affairs, and at the time they go there. Why is some of the guys there? No, we can't say this thing. If there are 2 people that are only people to stir their affairs, then there is no need of having any convention because somebody we tell you somebody in America, we tell you, but we're capable, we're right here.
Sure, we can move in and represent those folks ably, then even they come all the way here.
Yeah.
And with the constraints, whether it will be possible that they be there.
Yeah, you got to elect a Samuel Jacob and all on the committee. Yeah. And all of these things.
t-shirt blanco. Safety red or no staff until they make it out. No money, they're not even buying. That's the even be. That's in the 10 year around. No money buy. So we are now 10 times better. Money let Joseph Bagata. Joseph Bagata is better now. The country better. The rescue team is rescuing on Nana.
But your
The man rescue on Nana.
Your sister saying that Beata was better than Bagata.
My I said, Joseph Bagata is better now. Who is wearing the rescue team is alright.
So that CDC and United Party right here.
Yes.
So how do you try to spend the Christmas?
The Christmas is fine. Business going. Business going fine. We selling the buying. Country is sweet.
So Christmas.
Enjoying the Christmas.
Christmas Day. What you intend to do on Christmas Day?
I think the go fried rice for my children to eat. All along I been cooking fried rice. John we are ta. But let's use up bagata. Cooking fried rice for my children Christmas Day to eat.
Okay, sir.
You saw the last time I went in the early facility on the protest. You even saw Joseph Waka there. You understand? People there, they were leading the charge of the protest. But today, when people protesting, they don't want to go back. But say, do not be afraid. In our land, we saw the Esther Park. We saw the April 14. I don't want to tell you. April 14, I was in the street. You know, for April 14. Move when you be removed. We're all there. We're all there. Simply because the government decision. So one day you have to speak. The police started out banning them to them. They saw rest in peace. And I hope the family will not take this against me. When they started harassing people, people walked in the street. From Nukuta all the way to the mansion. You don't want to repeat. So every government will be in the interest of the people. You know, if I wanted another April 14 or 1980, all the opposition were going to hang on them, were going to deal with them like that. But the opposition, you have the right to your opinion. You understand? Because if you understand leadership, if you understand partnership, you know that it's not every family that work together. You got a woman in the hospital that has 6 children. 3 of the children are for the man, and the other 3 are for the bar. But they don't get each other. When the master says the other man, they will have to talk with you. You understand? That's happening. So in politics, and not everybody will be for X. That's support for Y. For you live in the same house. That's politics. You know? So we gotta be friendly. This is our country. But don't ever put in your mind, and somebody will come to you and say 1847, I the only person that built the whole land 100 days. It's a lie. And that's how Guana lied to you. Guana lied 100 days. He told you, I said, I want to do the strip from our beach from Morovia to reach all the way to Saskatoon, because we can do that project. You understand? Everybody making more money. Just as I said that we'll build our street and around, everybody making more money, but you see today, look around Liberia. The cleaning stuff that they are calling. Look at the bridge. Right there. The Mr. Complex that the Chanimo come to face now. It's something that we put together. You know what I'm saying? But those people believe that simply because they gave us something, so we'll get involved with one of those politics. I was the president, I said, no. If they charge you for human rights, then discuss it. You cannot, Liberia will not come in the middle.
2026, we're hoping that all of us will get together at the appropriate time, and things will be okay. But you know, we have done with the discussion, and we talked. You know, the Chief Justice of Liberia, His Excellency, or His Highness George Yami Bisi, Yami Kokwe Bisi. He said something when he was being honored just on the 23rd of December, that he has initiated a comprehensive audit of his predecessor, former Chief Justice Shalayo. And he said it is not that there's any misconduct or that, you know, they have fallen apart, but he said something in Liberia. He said guilt by association. So, and she is best friend. They stay on a good footing, but he don't want at any time in the future now to be tied to any corruption because the way the division been printed. Mm-hmm. And this is, if this is in good faith, by the bar, it welcoming. Mm-hmm. That when people take over from people, and these are some of the things that we have asked. Look, other than our witch hunting, to other people, and one thing, he himself, he's not off the hook because he was sitting on the bench as well. Mm-hmm. And at times he was just in chair. Yeah. So there were decisions, there were things that took place, and we hope that those who are going to conduct the audit will not exonerate him, will not and just go straight for the former Chief Justice, but rather you go for the judicial or you go for the Supreme Court bench. Otherwise, we're being allotted to them, finally we're being expanded, the expenditure, and all of these things. So nobody should say because the Chief Justice, he gave the instruction and you know go, you call and former Chief Justice, but this is something welcoming that when people are given position, if today you're a minister and you are replacing somebody, it's good to have infantry, it's good to conduct audit, because you know the country we in is the society is gullible. We accuse people without investigation. You hear somebody tell you, "Well, got corrupt," without him being prosecuted. You hear somebody say, "Former President George Weah corrupt man," but he has not gone to court to prove that this man stole. Yeah, it's just been allegation on people, and it's just becoming so common in our society. We accuse people just anyhow because these accusations, we have not reached to the level where people take people to court for some of the grief allegations. Somebody just look at somebody, just tell them anything. Sometimes you call the president criminal. What is the proof? You call the lawmaker rogue. Nah. You call the mayor, the supreme. You know, you just conclude with any investigation because you know when you say these things, you will go scot-free. You see it as a freedom of speech, so you can just say it. Mm-hmm. Then when somebody decides to take you to tax, to people who sat in key positions when they are going, they take these things off. And we have to put an end to these things. Every time we see new government, every time there's a new government that comes to power in Nigeria, it almost like we just from war. Yeah. You go to the other ministry, they put there no furniture. But what are the chairs over here? Yeah. Air conditioner all gone. Desks gone, computer, you can't find anything to start with. Vehicles all gone. And we will not do no audit. The next thing you pressurize government pressurize the taxpayer to pay money to buy $45,000-$50,000 car, and after 2-3 years, it disappears again. Or somebody tell her it's damaged. But your own car, you will use it for 10-15 years. Yeah. You manage it. By the time you hear one, you can't manage government property for that long. Yeah, by the time you hear one sound, you tell the driver when you drive me, carry straight to the garage. Like your private car. But government car, no. So I think other leaders in government should see and take the bull by the horn in what the Chief Justice have said. That he will, the former, he said, not for any gross misconduct against her. And he said, she's my best friend, and we have worked together for her. I respect her. But I needed to know where I was going, so that guilt by the association couldn't follow me at any time, at any point in time. Yes.
You know, he initially is coming to talk about the credential audit.
Yeah.
There, that. And you know, when the CSA even went there and conducted some audit, in particular, it was shown that several persons
can't even go to work.
Yeah, well, on government salary, they were nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
And people who were not on government payroll or government salary were the ones, you know, influx in the building.
They were able to help to make sure that they get some of them on, you know, the government payroll. And those ghosts were out.
Yeah.
But I think that it's always good to do these things. Let us graduate from just accusing people. We listen to the accusation, counter-accusation when former President Ellen Johnson said he left power, and the CDC said they inherited an empty cover. She said no, they left money there, and we just went on with that accusation and counter-accusation. She was on other international media, and things were just said. At the end of the day, it was swept on the carpet. There was not a single audit done to authenticate that the covers were empty, and the woman in opposition that they claimed was very corrupt, never faced prosecution, was never audited. Her government was not even audited to know to what extent economically they damaged the country that as they claim were in opposition.
Sure.
The Unity Party did the same with the CDC. That these people were building condominium, they were doing this, they were doing that today. They yet to audit the government. We know there are some individuals who sat in key positions, some morning that today the likes of Toy and other co-defendants who are facing prosecution and try to do some other things. We need to know some of these things. They're all trying to put an end to. Because we politicize almost everything. So now you see government afraid that when you do it, people think that you want to waste money. What you got waste money?
No.
People go take money and allegedly that is not for them, and use it for their personal growth. They improve their lives. They build properties. They, you know, and because you want to go after them, and you formally think that when you do it, people will think that you're doing political witch hunting. And you see that happening in the world. But the people who stood in the rain and the sun, those were some of the messages you told to them. There are thousands of people in this country who want to see certain people prosecuted. And there are popular perception of certain people being corrupt when they are not. Until you can exonerate or clear the name for the public to know that these people, other than that, these people will live for the rest of their lives with people still believing that these people, all what they acquire through the wrong means.
Yeah, they are corrupt.
And the children will be haunted for it. Because we fail to identify or to authenticate that this person did it or this person did not. The same thing happened with Bishop Clay at the airport. Well, the workers felt that he was eating up money. LCC got involved. When they audited him, no foul play. He was certificated by LCC. Restore his right today. Nobody sees him the corrupt man. Because investigation was properly done. And so no foul play, no shortcoming. So that's why we keep telling people these things, to keep providing all of these simple education that you're failing to provide to the people.
It become a problem for you tomorrow. Because you save yourself a lot when the people are educated. You see?
Because we keep doing people's jobs.
Yeah.
We keep doing the
people. You think if the past government were educating the people, there would be anything, my project, or the project are there? The people be aware what happened. You see that? You think that this government also is taking a stand to educate the people? You hear this kind of thing? Because why is happening, the people will be in and know what these things are going on. And I don't know, Liberian people,
And today some of the money that people heading institutions are calling, oh, for the other project, Nigerians, there are folks who are taking note and keeping them. Because after tomorrow, when you are not in those positions, and you find new person in the position, and that person goes to conduct audit, or to do appraisal with somebody projects, and the kind of money, the figures that you call, you will be called to book to answer.
You answer.
So don't think that people wish hunt you. So you'll be around blowing your own horn. You'll be calling 20 million, 50 million for one project. Tomorrow, those 20 million, 50 million, we got all the recording, we're keeping it. You will answer, you will show the 20 million project.
The American people get their money. The student people get their money. Now, mind you, these have been recorded. If tomorrow they don't see the dividend of those things, you have to answer to them. Even you, and head of ministry agency commissions, there are money. Now we're celebrating now the highest budget ever in the history of this country, 1.2 billion. There will be money given to ministry agencies to function. You overlook these things, but tomorrow you'll be asked, what did you do with this money?
And you know, one of the new things Bogota have started, and the reports just coming. Heads of ministry agency, they go to the people now. I don't know whether they're code. They go to the loan companies, the credit companies, and say, oh yeah, the HR and the head that the people should go take loan.
Yeah. And 277 will be paid.
Yeah, in a mean, like, no, there were folks from the Ministry of Finance, there are folks from other ministry agencies. After taking the loan after 6 months, you know that the people pay their loan. Guess what? Yet, after paying the loan, the interest, everything, those loan companies or credit companies still have access to the people account.
And they're still taking money.
By the time they credit people account, they're still taking money. There are folks who are there. I met one of the guys.
You know, every time
I met one of the guys who said, well, not even the first time. He said, they took, after paying, they took money from the account. He had to go back to them and say, why are you doing this? Mm-hmm. And he met other people there. He ran after before they were able to pay back. Then, just the other day, they did the same. And he had not gone back to loan. Now he asking. So he asking, some of the people asking the HR, but why are you doing all of this? I thought, you know, you want to help us. And President Braga, if you are not careful, that was some of your folks who sitting in position to drink.
CDC came to power. We were here. We told them.
This thing, our professional people in this country claim to be CC accountant, financial expert, and all of these things, economic advisor to the president, minister of finance, central bank governor, all of these things. Look, there's something that needs to stop. I saw it, and I know what people go through on a daily basis, and what people went through and what people currently going through. We can be in a country if something must be done about it. Nobody go and hide behind something. The people go to work, everybody go to work together. Time for payment, everybody can get paid at the same time. People in ministry and agency, you guys don't go to the other bank because of the minister interest. Or that the other interest, so when you carry because you get your percentage. So you take the account from the other bank, you carry it. Then you go to CSA, you got people within CSA, you can, you know, your package the deed. Mm-hmm. Then you take the people from there and carry the other bank. Then you're in the same building. They like coming on somebody from that, you know, your account being debited. Then the man, then somebody still waiting 2-3 days. Let me friend. What's sense in I don't want?
Yeah.
You see our security personnel in this country. They'll be asking for the other person. Yeah. But the people don't start paying you. Oh, my vehicle. Then you get to ask which bank you will. I will be bank A. I won't call no bank. I will bank A. I will bank B. You get oh, you know my US dollar company and I come and what's that?
But once my own you.
The man goes to work. You don't distinguish the hour that he's working for US dollar or he's working for that brand dollar. Time to get his pay, then he said, only the US dollar account, la brand dollar you can't only the brand dollar. To the extent of that, a life not even kind of people, they will pay the transportation fare and go to somebody there, go check their account, and they will fill in, put a slip for people to get their money and say, oh, nothing here yet. Some of the teachers still complaining that they have not gotten the brand dollar components. So I don't know how we're doing the entire banking system. They say that you ration the salary in the country now, and people keep telling us how the economy good. The podcaster there, we're going to sit in the evening.
Yeah.
Because this is a shame when you're telling the lies to the people and the people facing the hard truth. You go and sit in the evening and leave the real issue and paint a picture for yourself. What are the people, the real hard truth that you are faced with it? Why would people go separate people? The banking association, you gotta go to the people. You gotta tell the people. When they release it, let them pay the people.
Yeah.
And if those banks don't have the financial capacity to pay one ministry or agency, you leave from there. Let them deal with a smaller group. Not because you want to get your interest in your minister, so you won't take it to the other bank. The bank account will have deal with you, so will be banking with the people. I know what I will get in return. Because you want to be going there and be taking loan. When government release the money, then they loan it to other people. And this is bad.
It's bad.
It happened too long. We spoke about it. You remember? Under the CDC, we spoke about this identical thing. And this thing is still happening. Why would people work, trying to take the pay, then somebody receive and somebody can receive? And all in the same ministry.
Mm-hmm. To do the same work.
Yeah.
But when the month end, the up will take pay, the up on there, when the salary still with health.
And now that they put the anything.
And the government will say, we're not paying everybody. Well, yes, sir, we are not taking pay yet. We are not taking pay yet.
We're all making sure to verify, informing, calling no banks. Minister of Finance, Central Bank, all of those who are responsible to make sure that these things, the controller, the HR, when you release these things, let the people get the money. We still got an archaic way of banking in Liberia, which needs to change.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to enter 2026. There are a lot of things that must change in Basel. We can't be acting like we now reach a level. Look around. Look around. In the middle of the night, your car breaks down. You don't find filling station operating.
No.
You either sleep in a car or you pay people to carry it for you.
But the whole country.
Drive on the highway, say you're going all the time. What's it? Oh, you don't see mini mart. They say, oh yeah, I will stop by to get a bottle of water. I will get a biscuit. I'll get milk. So let me see what you don't, everywhere you go, it close.
You're waiting for the next day.
You go to the bank. After setting down, they closing the door, everybody put that inside there, you will serve you. Then when people come outside, you see people going to ATM machine after some time. You go nothing. You will go to 3, 4, 5 banks. Sometimes you got to go to so many major hotels or resorts before you get money out of before you can cash out. So why would we not just change it? Okay, I think Mr. John Smart is joining us on the line. I'm sure he wants to weigh in. Mr. Smart, good morning.
Good morning. again to that. Listen, gentlemen, I really enjoy your topic this morning, but I want to make a point of correction. You need to give kudos to who it is due. And in this topic now, I would like to thank Aminata filling station. Aminata released the 24-hour service station.
Okay.
It's a good station in Nigeria.
No, I think most of them, but it's good.
No, Aminata is a 24-hour filling station. Some filling stations close.
Yeah.
They close. Shut down. After 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock, you cannot get gas. End of this filling station.
Yeah.
But Aminata has 24-hour services, and we need to employ them so that other filling stations can follow suit. I know we have
Sure.
with armed robbery and things, but we need to have a rapid response unit for such things because the Liberian people can suffer injustices because of fear. So I hope the Minister of Justice is listening, and I hope the relevant authorities are listening, and we can take the due measures thereafter. Gentlemen, good morning, Liberia, good morning, and I thank you for the opportunity.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you for
Happy New Year in advance.
Thank you for joining us. And like you said, we need more of these because we not just get few. And that's why we asked our state security in the 2026 that we're about to enter, that the morale, our state security morale be so high that we turn that boost to them. And enforce and equip them to do some night patrols. That even when people will not just be jittery or afraid to shut down some of the businesses.
Thanks we've seen that motorbikes, available police are up. Let me use
You just imagine. I mean, you travel out of Liberia, you hear them when they come back, or you watch it. You see fast food centers open middle of the night. You see people going all the time. There's a breakdown. You see people sleeping under the car. People sleeping in the car. No nearby motel or hotel or mini mart that you can even sit till the morning comes. And let people start bragging about the other project. Open the market and empower Liberian businesses so they can get involved in some of these things. And you see on the highway, you drive 2-3 miles, you see a motel or hotel. You see a filling station.
When you're working, Ambassador, you work. It's after work, you go home, you rest after 8-9 o'clock, you go out, you chill.
Look on the highways. Where do you see when there's a major accident that takes place that you can quickly rush somebody to a major public facility next door or private clinic next door to get first treatment before taken to a major referral hospital? So most of the time, our people die. They will be bleeding. And no first aid. Let's change that thing and put the politics down small. Because all of these things, all of these ideas, somebody will take it already when you're going to campaign, you'll use it like your own ideas, but you're not credit to us. Then when the people put you there, you don't do those things. When we will change. 20 years plus we've been away from war. Every time somebody wants me to bring war billion.
We still run our same cycle.
Yeah. War. Yeah. Some of you like, what they are talking about here? Your children are not even born at that time. Somebody today, they are men and women. They got their own family. They're running their own show. But you stay hanging around. And one thing I always told people, when they walk into Liberia, nobody looted road. That two big road we have here. That's when we discovered that when people travel out of Liberia, when they came back, refugee and other leaders, they saw that look, what we saw here, and we thought it was so modernized, it was so up to standard. We've been lying to ourselves. Look at the kind of major highways that we got. Thankfully, the street lights are on. Sure. And we hope that it continues. We don't want, after the festive season, when one on, you drive, before you bother the other one on. Let maintenance should always be something of high priority. Because we have seen these things on so many occasions. So many occasions we have seen these things. Liberia must graduate. There are a lot of things. We can't keep hanging around politics, and the people just keep suffering. The same people you acting that you want to lift, you want to see them in poverty first before you lift them up. Listen to Thomas Father in Lofa. Happy that the best thing that they can pray for is to have the most senior citizen building for the county. And be so blessed. Then you see in the visit in Lofa, you see some of the senators. Nobody tell you it's actually wrong, but in other vibe, there are times in left, we gotta be honest and real with ourselves. Sir Joseph, because he hailed from Lofa country, he left Monserrato to celebrate with the people here, he go into Lofa. Yeah. The other man from District 3, small Boba, all of them feel that I pay the phone now. You represent District 3 Monserrato, but you behind the other pole, you're going to Lofa. You got someone for a carrier. You're small more children that can put in one car and carry you people. When during the festive season, you should be sitting with your people. Not like you gotta put your hands in your pocket and be giving money. And this is why we keep calling for a total reform of our laws. The deception in the country or else that bill would not be built. People will be made lawmakers in a district who will serve 3-4 terms, and by the time the notice start hearing gossip that people don't want to have them in opposition, they will run away and know their route.
Go another end and ask for the poor there to vote them.
They said I'm one of their sons. You see? So Joseph will get a report that he also planning. Because he knows where he's from. And these people will only develop those places and leave and go on the other side. So at the end of the day, they don't pay attention to the key issues. Imagine staffers that are working for you going to a festive season with all being paid. But lawmakers are getting the salary and benefits.
And you feel satisfied.
And you're not concerned about it. How can we have people who are egotistic? They just self-centered, everything should just be about them. But if they were not going to receive anything, then they were never going to go on bread of someone, the Minister of Finance, to give reason and hold him in contempt. I listen to on the file, you got to want, listen to some of the things they were talking.
America and address the power to you. Thanks for your fighting. That will come. As somebody said, while we're talking, we'll suspend what we still want to do for later on. And later on, King will not there. So it's a sin, nothing new. Nothing new. If they show anything new, they show anything new. The next election, we're going to vote against it. Everything they do in the 5%, the 90%, the 75% that we left, anything new. All of y'all will go to the police station, all of you will vote against us. You understand? How can somebody stay 12 years? In 12 years, and the same people come back and say they were 100 days, they will build all the roads from Southside to Coway, Now, I'm not saying to you those who put up most of the elements that are around today that do not even a fool or something for themselves. Today, I won't say use, we allow you to vote for this element. And these are the people you see on radio and your government is Bupa, this government, I want to make government. But they don't understand what they need for. the street. So when they came a refugee camp, we brought them, we came to them and said, this guy will be the best guy, vote for him. And these are the people that are on TV talking a lot of rubbish. They go there to them themselves. They go there to them themselves. But don't let that or discourage you. CBC is a party for you, to the people. Because CBC brought yourself down to you. Yeah, there was a revolution to change Liberia. That's what we're doing. There's no question again. People are getting involved, they live big now. All of them are so they go step in our homes in America. They say we are going to do enjoy about in America. No, but all of us 2010, you're going to talk politics, you're going to talk with the same way you said it. Is that what they're doing? Is that what they're doing? But I don't know. Even the Guadalajara president, Guadalajara told me. In 1987, I was almost 19, going to 20, I've been on first right there in the bush, in the rear. So, they're talking to you about me. No, they are poor people, not me. And I was saying, I'm not Muslim. My parents, Mr. Weir, on Capitol Hill, he was not begging for anything. He was a professional person. I grew up in a family where I had everything. My uncle was in the food, everywhere. So you look at me as a professional, former professional. And then you tell me, let me not include Timothy. You're telling Timothy that he can't build a house. You understand? At 25 years, at my age, at 25 years, Timothy is working for. He's working in prison, professional all over there. You tell him that he can build a house or he can buy a house. No. Right now, you see what the little boy did at 25 years old. And that's what I was doing when I was young. The children that they sent everywhere, they believe that when they put it, all of them, some of them, they go on wasting. And that's why when people children get successful here, they believe that, oh, they compare people here and they will be successful. Like Jenna said, and that they hate where they transfer to y'all, and why somebody use it. What did they start there? You don't understand of what goes on. Understand that these people, they thought that when they leave this place, they're going to be successful. But they left. They're running back again. Running back. Like I told you, I didn't want to talk, but I wanted to talk.
He became president. I'm going to spend Christmas. You're in there, but you're still able to go spend Christmas with the people of Lofa and had the time to do some other things. But you see, matter of fact, something is blooming gradually. And we are hoping with the reports that we're getting that folks have been having a series of meetings, representatives from the so-called majority black, that they have expressed disappointment in the leadership of the Speaker and Deputy Speaker, chair on Rules, Order, and Administration, and chairman Waste and Finance. And you know, when the impasse was going on, I said something on this platform, and we were discussing it. I said, if these people, because they want to remove, and they do not set, and they just because, and you go to set standard, or you go to a bargain that you cannot hold, you plunge on right back to where we came from. Because if we start having crisis again, because some of the lawmakers now reportedly planning to boycott the president sooner.
Yeah. And they are doing this all so that they can get at the leadership.
Yeah, the leadership.
Thomas
to have them remove all they live up to. Because what they are saying, their colleagues that they fought for, more concerned about themselves than those who stood and fought with them. So if that's the case, there's a need to have them removed. And we can't keep treating Liberia like this.
Are they opening another Pandora box?
Yeah, but according to the report, the latest, the second strategic meeting was held. There were other folks who were on the phone who on the legislative break participated through phones.
Yeah, there are others who are willing to be a part of the...
There are folks, the first meeting, we are told, were held somewhere not far from here. Now the second one, we had a report I was held in rehab.
And they're serious about it.
But when we started hearing about the removal of then Speaker Kofa, and how we started hearing it, so and he was a boy, he came hardly, and his colleagues could not listen to him. He called them to a round table to smoke the peace pipe. No, they stood until we saw what happened to the Capitol building. So in a situation at this time, it is true. We expect the leadership to arrest the situation and sit with the colleagues on the round table that we don't delay the progress of this country. And that we find things going and things being done the more proper way. So folks, wherever you are, we'd like to say welcome to this edition of the Morning Ride.
And this is the final edition, Monday edition of 2025. Yes, the next time...
There will be no 2025.
Monday.
Yeah, for Morning Ride, Monday. So this is the final edition